see this? That's when you know it is time to take these things out. So that's what we're doing today. I actually have the ends, but that's actually a pretty curl. But the rest of this, yeah, it's time. It's over. So I did in my other video, I spoke about these my faux locks, and yeah, we're just gonna take them out. So let's just do it. So I spoke a little bit about my faux locks in the last video, but just to recap. So these have been in for about 2 months. I've shampooed my hair 4 times. I shampooed my scalp 4 times while these were in. I didn't condition it at all. So I know in my last video, I don't know where it is right now, but in my last video, I said that I don't put greases and oils and stuff on my hair. That's normally, that's when my hair is out. If I have anything more than 6 sections, then I will go in, like if I'm gonna leave it in for a while, like these were in for 2 months, because the sections were so small, they dry out fast. So these, after I shampooed my hair, and because I'm not using conditioner, after I shampooed my scalp, I did go in with I guess it's Jamaican black castor oil, and put it on my scalp. This is my first time actually trying that, and I did like the results. I mean, I didn't really see any results. It just kept my hair from being dry, my like roots from being dry. So I did that, and then like I said, I will wash it like every other week, wash that out. So I washed more frequently than normal, but like I said, that's just because my sections were small. When my hair is in my normal protective styles, I do not wash that often. So I'll do a video on what normal is for me, quote unquote normal. But yeah, so we're gonna take these out. I have something to do today, so I'm probably not gonna be able to wash it today, but I'm definitely gonna take these out, and I'm gonna start from the back just in case I get distracted, or you know, I get interrupted and I have to go. I'll definitely still have more to take out. So yeah, we're gonna get started. I'm not excited, but we're here. And another thing, so I do have my coconut oil on standby. I don't necessarily want to use it, like I don't really have a reason to use it, but since these have been in so long, if there's like a lot of buildup, rather than ripping my hair out, I'm gonna use a little bit of that. So if you guys see me like dipping my hands in something, that's what I'll be using. Just probably on the ones that are on the perimeter, because those would be the ones that had like the most exposure. I'm pretty sure the ones in the middle, these ones are fine. So let's do it. So first things first, as y'all can see, there is a lot of buildup at my root. I didn't even know that because I had never looked back there until I was like rewatching this video, but I knew that there was because I could feel it. You can feel the dirt. So I told you all before, I tried something new. I used oil on my on the hair that was exposed after each wash. And what I'm thinking is I have this much buildup because of that, because you know oil attracts dirt and dust and all that other stuff. So what we need to do is get this knot out of my hair, or get the dirt out of my hair without ripping my hair out. So first thing I do is take the faux lock out, and then I go ahead and I dust my ends. I find it much easier to dust when, you know, it's in smaller sections. So now's the perfect time to go through anything that I see that's a split end or a fairy knot. I'll just go ahead and cut it out. I tend to not have that many because I keep my hair stretched and separated most of the time. So that's not really something I struggle with, but still, you know, just in case I see a few, that's what I'm doing right now. And then I'll go through with my hands and detangle. You know, what I'm doing is unraveling my twist, because it's braided maybe 2 inches and then the rest is twisted. So I'm just taking out the twist so that once I do go in with my comb, there are no snags. I hear a lot of people say they don't use combs because it rips their hair out. But if you are combing your hair properly, there should be no ripping, because, you know, you can feel the comb is to separate each strand, or the strands, just to make it easier. So I detangle with my hands, and I also detangle with the comb. But right now I'm taking out the twist all the way up to the base of where the dirt lies. Once I get there, then I'll go on with my comb. y'all can see, I use the comb very gently. If I find myself, you know, in a position where I feel a snag, I stop. You just stop, and wherever the tooth of the comb is, just leave it right there, and then use your fingers to detangle or separate that little knot or whatever it is you're feeling, and then the comb should be able to glide through. So the comb is only an aid. You're not supposed to use a comb to rip your hair out, because that's, you know, the point is hair growth and retention. So we definitely don't want to do that. But yeah, so I'm just going ahead and I'm working my way from the bottom all the way to the top. And once you detangle the bottom, you never stop going back and pulling the length of the comb through, but you just work your way through. So I'm doing that because, you know, just in case I hit any areas that are a little bit more tangled. There aren't any knots, but I don't want the hair to get tangled. My hair doesn't get quote unquote like coily tight, I guess, you know, in our community how we say nappy, but it does get tangly. So I have to watch for the tangles because it will do that. So that's what you see me doing right now. So if y'all notice right now, I'm going over the knot and under the knot, and then I'm like smoothing the coconut oil into the knot. It has a tendency, because it's not wet, you know, it has a tendency to break that knot right up. That's my go-to to get rid of buildup and stuff like that. I cannot use water in my hair. I repeat, me and water, we do not, no, not at all. If I don't detangle my hair before I add water, I'm just looking for trouble. So water is a no-no for me. I have to detangle while my hair is dry, or my hair will lock up and do all kinds of crazy stuff. And now's like the perfect time to talk about that density, sparse density come through. Do y'all see? This is what I mean. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, my density probably falls somewhere in like the 4 family. 4 to 5 is, which is why I say I don't have, you know, all the way sparse density, but I definitely do not have dense hair. I just have a lot of like volume. My density is like low to normal density, definitely not high density. So I have to protect my strands at all costs. I have to do things to not rip them out. And not only do I have like, you know, low to medium density, I also have very thin hair. I have thin strands. So my strands are not thick. They're not, you know, some of them are normal, but you have to take extra care when your hair is prone to breakage and your strands aren't as strong. So that's another reason why I detangle my hair, and I do a lot of any of the manipulation I'm going to do, I do it while my hair is dry, especially after it's been in a protective style for multiple months. You know, at this point, my hair I have to be extra gentle. So for the knots that are a little more, you know, hard to get the hair out, what you do is hold the dirt part, hold it in your hand, and you go, you know, section by section. Because my hair has already been detangled, my ends are detangled, they're easier to slide, and the coconut oil is on there. Slide them through the dirt. Can you see what I'm doing? Like I have one hand holding the actual knot, and then the other hand is just gently sliding the other hair through. If I feel it start to tangle up or bunch up, I'll just get the comb and, you know, go back and comb the section that I'm holding, the straight part, comb that again, and then start over. See, slowly. It's a process, and I'm doing this in real time. I really didn't want to do this with the nails on. If y'all caught my other video, that's what I've been waiting on, for these nails to fall off, because I have a video where I did my nail. Make sure y'all check that one out. But the nails have stayed on, and it's been like over 3 weeks. So the nails did good, but my hair needs to be done. So yeah, I'm just going through, as you can see, section by section. I'm not ripping. I'm holding the knot where the dirt is, and I'm just slowly pulling my hair through so that I'm not ripping my hair out. So once again, y'all, I'm going in with the comb. As you can see, I always start from the bottom and I work my way up. If halfway up I feel like something's going on, I'll pause, go back down to the bottom, and start back again. As you can see right there, I'm going a little slower, but you know, see, I have to go to the bottom, then I come back up, work my way all the way to my root. That's how I keep my hair from getting tangled. I don't wash my hair in a crazy pattern to tangle it up. I don't, you know, I never tangle my hair, so I never have to deal with, you know, the detangling. But as you can see, my hair is definitely, you know, detangled, and it took a while. This process takes forever, and although I'm only doing the back section, I have a lot of volume, so it looks like there's a lot back there. It's not that bad. But so if you have thicker hair than me, it's gonna take you a little while to get through it. But as you can see, that's like my dirt. That's a debris that's been built up for multiple months, and a little bit of shed hair. It's really not that bad. It looks like a lot for one little section, but the thing is, once I go in to wash my hair, I am not going to have a lot of shed hair coming out, because I'm doing all of that right now on dry hair. So I finish that section, and then I just go into the next. So this section was a little bit different. The debris in this section was really hard. So this is what I mean by when you get to a section, you don't have to rip your hair out or cut your hair. You don't want to do this when you have to do something, like when you have a busy day, because just doing this little back section, these 3 back here, I think I did 4. It took me almost an hour. It was like 40 minutes just to get through that. And that was the detangling, the dusting of my ends and, you know, getting all the dirt out. So as you can see, what I was talking about before, hold the dirt, the dirt part, and slide your hair through, but you can only do that once, you know, after you detangle the part that's loose, the part that was in a twist. So that's what I'm doing now, just holding the dirt and sliding my hair through. So this is what happens when you leave your braids in for way too long, because my arms were tired. I was starting to sweat. Like, this was definitely a job, y'all. So with this one, I encountered my third issue. With the first one, I just had to go through and show you guys combing from the bottom. The second one was when the dirt had actually gotten hard. And now this one was when I was trying to comb, I was trying to detangle the end part. And I was noticing a lot of pulling and snagging with the comb. So what I did was I had to go in and dust it right away, and I noticed I had a lot of split ends and fairy knots on this one. Well, actually, it wasn't even the split ends that were the issue, or it was the fairy knots. So I had to make sure I went through and cut out, you know, every fairy knot that I saw, and it took a while, but like I said, I'm trying to show you guys like all the different things that you can encounter. Don't just skip over it, don't just rip through, but know your hair. So on one side, it was super easy to detangle and comb through. This one, every time I went to comb down, I realized the ends were getting tangled. I'd start in the middle, by the time I got to the middle, the ends were getting tangled. Then when I got up to the top part, once again, the ends were tangled again. So I'm like, why do the ends keep tangling? It's because I had fairy knots, so I had to go through and dust my ends. Don't be afraid to cut out those knots, because what's gonna happen is, when it's time to detangle, I'll put the coconut oil on and I'll try to pull my hair through, you know, hold the dirt and then pull the part that's been detangled, pull that through. It's going to get stuck. and then it's gonna break. So what'll happen is the strand will wind up ripping itself in half or breaking somewhere that I don't want it to break, and then there goes the split ends. So what you do is just cut off the end, the fairy knot, so that your hair can glide through once you go in with the coconut oil. Do y'all see how that coconut just melted all of that dirt and that knot right away? It just like it's amazing. But if like you are someone who can't use coconut oil on your hair, as you guys can see, I'm not putting the coconut oil on my scalp. I'm using it on my hair. But if you can't use coconut oil at all, I do not suggest going in with black Jamaican castor oil, with olive oil, grapeseed oil, or any of those, because those are or extra virgin. Yeah, I said extra virgin olive oil. Those are too heavy. And the goal of this is to use something that's very light so that you can actually pull the hair through. If you use a heavy oil like that, as you're pulling the hair through, you're just adding to the, you're going to clog the hole that the hair is supposed to go through. So I'm not really sure what other oil you all could use, but you need something very thin. And you also, like if you have hair like mine, you don't want to use anything that's liquid. So you can't use any leave-ins. You can't use any of that because that'll defeat the purpose. It'll, you know, your hair will curl up. Once your hair curls up, it's not going to glide as smoothly as it's supposed to. So you don't want to use anything that's water-based or alcohol-based. You really need an oil. So I don't know if there's an oil that is as thin as coconut oil, that's the one that you want to use. Don't go in with anything thick, because the thicker oil will cause too much tension and it could possibly cause your hair to break, which, you know, is an issue for us 4 type hairs, 3 and 4 type girls that have thin hair with, you know, sparse to medium density. So as y'all can see, like now the comb just glides right through, which is much different from when I first took out that third one. See, when I took out the first 2 faux locks, it actually was almost gliding through like that right from the beginning. This one had more fairy knots, so I had to go through and dust. A lot of people do trims that definitely will take care of that situation. I don't trim. I don't know, maybe one day I will. Right now I just dust. For the past, I don't know, decade, I've just been dusting. I've trimmed here and there, but not really. But yeah, don't be afraid to cut off those fairy knots, because then it just makes life a lot easier. And my hair, that's just the back 3. It looks like it's doing a lot, but I kind of compare it to like the difference between an angel food cake and a bun cake. Like my volume makes me look like I've got a lot going on, but at the end of the day, I really don't. Like I am sparse to medium density, and yeah, it just looks that way because of my volume. I definitely have frizzy, like puffy hair, but right now, I'm just protecting my ends. So because I'm not, you know, I like to keep my hair stretched, or at least separated and detangled. It's not even stretched, as y'all can see. This is not stretched. This is just detangled. So to keep it from tangling up and to keep my ends separated and protected, right now I'm just Bantu knotting it while I go ahead and take out the rest. So right now I'm just wrapping my hair with the head wrap because, you know, the front and the middle sections of my hair are a little thicker than the back. So that's where the normal density kind of kicks in. And because I've left my faux locks in for so long, I do have new growth that's coming, you know, that's growing out of the actual locks, and it's kind of getting in the way, and I don't want it tangling with the other hair, with the hair I'm trying to separate. So I'm just using that. As you can kind of see, it's a little puffy around the base, which is a good thing. That just means my hair is growing. So that's why I just wrap my hair with the head wrap, to keep anything that I'm not working with out of the way. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna keep going because, as y'all can see, this one didn't require any oil. This one just, there was no lint at the base. The ones that did require the oil are the ones that were in the back. Like I said, I figured that was gonna be the case, the perimeter, just to get the lint out and not rip my hair out. So like, you know, stuff like that, like that's lint and build up. So yeah, I'm gonna do the rest off camera because I've been here for like, I don't know, like 40 minutes just doing those back few, but those are completely detangled. I like to go one by one because if I take all of it out and then try to go back and detangle all of it, excuse me, I'm bound to miss something. So if I detangle each one, not only do I get rid of shed hair, I also get rid of the dirt and the buildup. As a matter of fact, let me turn around. I get rid of the dirt and the buildup and everything else. So my now it's just gonna be smooth sailing. I just have to take these out. I may have to use oil for this one and this one. This side I already did. You know, there was two over here I already did. So it's easy now. Now it'll just be a matter of unbraiding and combing it out and just getting out a little bit of shed hair. Like this one I just did here. This is all the shed hair I had for this section of hair. Now, like I told you guys in the other video, I look like I have a lot of hair. My hair is very poofy, but I have very fine strands. Density keeps me in the game. I don't have high density either. I have, it's just regular. So yeah, I'll be back and then we'll talk some more. Just messing around with a few different pieces, just trying to see if there was any bit of a difference. This one, as you can see, this is not an accurate length check because my hair is not stretched or actually combed out properly. It's just kind of combed. This one is still in the faux lock, but I can, you know, I was just trying to see where it lied, if I saw any difference in the length. Okay, so I had to come back on camera because I'm gonna have to Bantu this up so that it doesn't get tangled again. But I just want to show you, I am almost halfway done. So yeah, so what we'll do is Bantu, but this is it. It's not stretched, it's just combed out. Fresh out of my twists after 2 months. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'll Bantu this up. I'll finish taking out the rest and then we'll be back. So this is my hair Bantued up. It's a really simple process because, as y'all saw, I didn't make any new parts in my hair. All I did was detangle and put together a couple of the braids and just twist it up. Like, that's the easiest part of it. I was feeling that one and it was a little loose, so I just decided to retwist. So this is actually how you do a Bantu knot. Everyone should probably already know, like, this is kind of you know, simple. But just if anyone doesn't know, this is the process. I just twist and twist and twist. I probably should have took the comb and combed out the ends as I was twisting, but I'm so over hair at this moment that it doesn't even matter. So I'm just twisting, and what this is doing is just going to protect my ends until I have time to actually wash it and keep my hair from reverting back to its tangled state. So yeah, that's it. I'm pretty much done with the Bantu knots, and that's about that. So I just got out of the shower and I have somewhere to go. So these are done. I'm gonna actually leave these in because I have to work tonight and then the next night. So these will probably be in for like 2 days, and then I will go ahead and take these down and show you guys my wash routine. Now, as you can see, I didn't lose any nails, which I'm like super surprised about. The whole thing with these was I needed to get them out because they have been in there way too long. As you guys saw, all that dirt. But as I said in the beginning of the video, I washed my hair a total, I don't know where the light is, Siren. But as I said in the beginning of the video, I washed my hair a total of 4 times. So I actually just washed my hair a few days ago. So my scalp is clean, which, you know, surprisingly, it's just my hair is super dirty. So yeah, we'll be back, and I don't want this video to be super long, so that'll be part 2. But make sure you all are subscribed to my channel and hit the blue bell for the notification. So when I do upload the actual wash routine, you guys will get a notification of that. Thumbs me up, and if you have any questions about what I did or how I got the dirt out, because, you know, I showed you guys I like totally had to like detangle. I actually dusted my ends. If you guys have any questions, let me know. This took a long time. It probably took like, I don't know, maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours to do it, because as I said, I dusted all of my ends because, you know, I have to look for splits and fairy knots and stuff like that. But okay, so this video is done because I have to go. But thank you guys, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, hit the blue bell for notifications, thumbs me up, and comment down below. Have a good one. There's just always so much to say, and I never have time enough to say it. Also, okay, so I don't go outside like this. So this is great for like my hijabis and, you know, anyone who wears head wraps and stuff like that. You can do this and feel comfortable going out, because like, I'm not going out in public like that. I'm about to wrap my hair up. I have a black hair wrap. This one it looks small, but it's actually really big. And I'll just like doobie it up. I'll turban it up. And yeah, so just a quick protective style. As you can see, my ends are all tucked away. So there's nothing to worry about there. It's not tight. My hair is completely detangled. And as long as I keep these knots in and keep them where they are, my hair will stay detangled until wash day. Once again, have a good one.